Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and coming up in today's bulletin, the Monster Slide, Beach Fest and Sorell. This long Nelson anniversary weekend has brought something to the region for everyone, and still there's more in today's news. It was a great day after a long golden summer for the Beach Fest at Te Hunanui, and for those that made the effort, found themselves treated to fun, games and music. There was also a chance to hear one of the latest up-and-coming talents who Golden Bay can claim as one of their own, singer-songwriter Laura May Parker.
No escape, I can't wait, I need a hit, baby, give me it, slowly, it's taking over me, too high, can't come down, losing my head, spinning round and round, do you feel me now?
I caught up with Laura May on the day about her achievements so far and the exciting future prospects her hard work and commitment has made possible. Laura May, that sounded fantastic. You must have done a lot of work up to now to get like that. I know that you've won the Nelson 2000 Rock Quest. What else have you been doing?
So I actually entered X Factor this year and got through the pre-auditions and the live auditions, which was pretty exciting, and just got back from X Factor, and yeah, hopefully I'll get shown on TV. I also performed my song on My Country Song, Me and Tennessee. It's an original and everyone loved it, which is awesome. I got to play in front of a band, and this year I'm going to Melbourne to live with my family and do music stuff over there, gigs and all sorts, so I'm quite excited.
Wow, yeah, that sounds fantastic. So are you looking at doing a record deal over there?
That would be awesome. But for now, like to build up to that, I'm going to make an EP, so and like a demo CD, and just keep pushing my songs out there, and hopefully someone will sign me, which would be cool.
Certainly will be. And I mean, we get so many performers coming from Nelson. It churns out so many musicians for such a small place. What's your end goal dream to get?
Overall with music, my aim is definitely to get a #1 song somewhere in any country at all. I just want my song to be #1 somewhere. And that would be awesome. And also to sing at Vector Arena like my own show. That'd be cool.
That would be fantastic. Oh, well, you certainly sound good and you're on your way. It's all going well, so good luck.
Thank you so much.
It was a little unfortunate that the sponsored by Nelson City Council Beach Fest clashed with the Buskers in the Park event, and that advertising of it had been omitted from in the Nelson City Council Summer in the Nelson promotional booklet. Perhaps a little bit more coordination between event organisers would help spread people around these ratepayer funded events more evenly and allow more people to enjoy what is on offer in Nelson. A hold up in the weekend saw Nelson Police called to the Ocean Lodge at about 10 p.m. on Sunday evening after 2 female staff reported being confronted by a man demanding money. The staff were in the process of closing out when the lone person entered the premises and forced his way behind the counter. The offender was aggressive towards the staff, physically pushing a female staff member and verbally threatening the woman. He then ran off with several thousands of dollars in cash and leaving both women upset and angry, however fortunately unharmed. He was seen running towards Beach Road from the Ocean Lodge. Some cash was recovered from the intersection of Beach Road and Waikari Street. However, a significant amount of it is still outstanding. Police want to identify the man in these images, who is described as a Maori or Pacific Islander, very solid build and at least 180 centimetres tall. He was wearing grey sweat top and pants. Information can be provided to Nelson Police on 03 546 3840 or confidentially to Crime Stoppers 0800 555 111. Nelson Tasman Tourism has a new member of the team, and we caught up with her this week to discuss who she's replaced, her role and the challenges that it may bring.
We've just had a very large cruise ship in port here in Nelson within the last few weeks, and so I thought it's about time we got to talk to someone from Nelson Tasman Tourism, and why not the new kid on the block, Gisela Purcell. Now Gisela, you've just arrived in the job not that many weeks ago. Let's talk to you a bit about that. Gisela, your role as International Marketing Manager, that's a new job for you. How's it going?
I'm loving it. I've just been there about 3 weeks, and so far I'm getting out to meet a lot of the local operators, and so that I get a better feel for all the tourism offerings that we've got here in the region.
Right. Now you've taken this job from a local celebrity. Tell us, what's happened to Lauren?
Lauren, wonderful Lauren. Yes, she's left Nelson. She's moved up to Auckland, and there she's doing tourism work with one of the local iwi and loving it by the sounds of it.
Right,
Yeah.
and of course she'll love the city up there, no doubt.
I believe so. Yeah, we are keeping in touch with her, and yeah, she's missing Nelson as well. I think long term her heart's always in Nelson, but she is enjoying Auckland.
Right. So did she give you any tips before she left?
Give me any tips? Look, we've got some fabulous operators, some fabulous offerings in Nelson, and yeah, it's a pleasure really to be marketing the region.
We've got another cruise ship visit coming up this month, and what's after that?
You've got L'Australis coming next week. It's actually quite a small cruise ship. It has about 300 passengers and crew on board, 350, but it's come 3 times, each time with different passengers. So that's been fabulous, and that's the first time they've come to Nelson. So we hear they're absolutely loving what the region's got to offer. So we have high hopes that they'll be returning in the future.
You've only been in the role 3 weeks. What do you see as being one of the bigger challenges of this role?
It's definitely a really, really busy role. There's a lot of travel, both in the region, around New Zealand and internationally. So you're probably juggling everything, making sure I have enough time at my computer, enough time representing all the operators who we've got, who are doing fantastic work. Yeah, it's definitely busy.
Right. What about events? Will you be off to events representing the region?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first up, we've got the Cricket World Cup. This is one of the biggest events in the region, and we have a lot of media coming here, hundreds, and so we've got to make sure that they see more than just the cricket when they're here. We've got to show off the whole region. But yeah, I also travel to events. We do training of agents around New Zealand. There'll be international agents and national agents, and then offshore as well. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, the Cricket World Cup. Now that's going to put Nelson on the map, so to speak, even nationally as well as internationally.
Absolutely. It's fantastic for the region to have that. We've spent last week we had a film crew from Tourism New Zealand down in Nelson and Tasman, and they were filming the highlights of the region, which will then be shown during the games. If there's ever a dull moment in the cricket, they can just switch to some really fantastic views of the region, and so that's a fantastic opportunity to showcase what we've got to offer.
Right. What would you like to say to businesses out there? What can Nelson Tasman Tourism do for them?
Customer service all the way. I think people want to have quick responses. I think that's being really genuine with your visitors is absolutely the most important thing, that every single customer who leaves has a positive impression from their time with each operator. Yeah.
Que sera, sera, and the festival went ahead whether it rained or shined, and there was certainly plenty of rain with no shine until much later last Sunday for the Upper Moutere event, which local farmers and growers would have been well pleased about. There was the usual fun of the fair, including celebrity chef Steve Richards from the best little cafe in New Zealand, 2014, the Jester House, with his ice cream and chocolate brownies. The pipe band played as well as 2 stages operating for local performers, with Trudy Wilson and Jasper headlining the main stage. The usual suspects of food and handicraft were there, with some saying that they were happy with the day's takings. The festival took the name Sorau after the area's original name by the first German immigrants into the region back in 1843. However, the name was changed from Sorau to Upper Moutere after the First World War due to anti-German sentiment. This year's Sorell Festival was still a success regardless of the weather and attracted people from across the region who refused to be put off. Last weekend's wet weather was the first time in 8 years the event had been rained on. This fundraiser traditionally is one which puts funding back into the Moutere area, and this year's money raised is no different and will go towards the local children's community sports and a planned off-road cycle and walkway between the centre and Upper Moutere School. Plans have already begun for next year's event. The Monster Slide was finally given consent on Friday last week, ending the council merry-go-round and making it clear who is responsible for making the decisions when it comes to public interest. It was an overcast and chilly day on anniversary day, however, it didn't stop nearly 2,000 people from getting out their togs and trying out a water slide for the first time or reliving their days of their childhood on the Zoom slides. Although there has been much said about the safety and waiting times at the Monster Slide, unfortunately, with this kind of event and the popularity of it, waiting will always be part of the experience. As Mainland understands, there was up to a 2-hour wait, but some weren't put off. Yeah, what do you reckon? It was pretty fun?
Yeah, it was. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's really quick with the balls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it helps if you have a tube or something. Otherwise you're really slow.
Hey guys, how was that for you?
Good. Great.
Great. Yeah. Did you have to run much, or you could just slide all the way down?
I just slided down all of it, and then I got out and then dived into the foam pit over there.
Yeah. And are you going to go and line up for another go?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. You're not too cold?
Nah.
Excellent. Hey, have fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was pretty fun, eh?
Yeah. You're going to go again?
Yeah, definitely.
You're not waiting in line too long?
Nah, it's alright. Got VIP passes, so yeah, it's looking good.
Hey, how'd you go?
Great fun. Went fast. Worked this out, let's go to the best.
Right, are you going back up again?
Yeah, definitely.
And as with any adventure activity that involves throwing yourself down or out of anything, there is an element of risk. New Zealand is famous for inventing and trying risky activities such as bungee, white and black water rafting and the Zorb ball. Dangerous and exciting often go hand in hand, and at the end of the day, people bought the ticket and agreed to the risks. Maybe people need to remember the Kiwi spirit of give it a go and recognise that it has its downsides as well. But that is part of the lifestyle that makes many want to move and live here. The kids are now back to school this week, and Nelson Bay's police are conducting a high visibility operation around Nelson Tasman schools. Police will be strictly enforcing speed limits around schools and will also be paying close attention to other driver behaviour such as seatbelt use and cell phones. And remember that traffic travelling in either direction past a school bus that has stopped to pick up or drop off children must slow to 20 kilometres an hour. Children are extremely vulnerable on the road, so please be patient and allow a little more time to get to work in the morning, because we all know there will be more traffic, particularly around schools. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.